3 days you might have noticed. Did you learn anything? Yes or no? Is it useful? Is it useful? Okay. Now, dear students, I am going to give you a bird's eye view of what is this what are these different types of parenting style, and what are the challenges they face, and what are the difference between the traditional parenting and modern parenting, and we can also how the different generations emerge and they struggle, and how we also live together with all this generational gap. So straight away coming to the point, so different type of parenting styles. Psychologists generally classify parenting styles into four main styles based on the level of warmth, that is the love and the control, in other words, discipline shown by parents towards their children. So their classification justifies based on the warmth and love, control and discipline shown towards their parents. It's not changing. Okay. The first one is authoritative parenting. They say it's a balanced style, and the love shown towards the children is very high, and discipline also very high. But the authoritative parents set clear rules, but are also supportive and understanding. They listen to their children, explain reasons, and guide them patiently. For example, a child scores low marks in a test, so the parent discusses what went wrong, encourages better study habits, sets a routine, and supports improvement. No shouting, but expectations are clear. So, in this style, the impact on children will be like the children grow confident, responsible, good emotional control, respectful, and independent. Most recommended parental style. Second one is authoritarian parenting, strict style, low warmth, high discipline. These parents expect obedience without questioning. Rules are strict and punishment is common. Emotional connection is limited. For example, if a child comes home late, parents scolds or punishes without listening. No explanation or discussion allowed because I said so kind of attitude. So the impact on children will be obedient but fearful, low self-esteem, poor communication skills. Here, discipline without emotional support. Permissive parenting. It's a lenient style. High warmth, low discipline. In the permissive parents are very loving but set few rules. They avoid saying no to keep the child happy. For example, if a child refuses to do homework, parent allows it to avoid conflict, gives extra screen time, no consequences for behavior. So you see the impact on children, poor self-control, difficulty respecting rules, may become demanding or irresponsible. In this style, you see the love without boundaries. Neglectful parenting, uninvolved style, low warmth, low discipline. Parents are emotionally and physically unavailable due to stress, work, and personal issues. For example, if a child struggles emotionally and academically, parents show little interest, no guidance or supervision, child manages alone. Impact on children, emotional insecurity, poor academic and social outcomes, lack of trust and attachment. It's a most harmful style. My dear students and teachers, I do come across these type of all four types of parenting style in our school. Just a quick comparison of the table that we have seen. You see there, as far as the aspect is concerned, the love shown in authoritative is very high, authoritarian low, permissive high, neglectful low. Discipline is concerned, high, high, low, low. The outcome is confident and responsible. The children, the students become there in the authoritative style, and obedient and fearful, undisciplined and insecure. So, in conclusion, the goal of parenting is not control or freedom alone, but guidance with love. Authoritative parenting, which balances warmth and discipline, helps children grow into emotionally strong, disciplined, and respectful individuals. So, coming to the traditional parenting and modern parenting, you see that parenting has evolved with changes in society, education, technology, and family structure. Both traditional and modern parenting have strengths and challenges. As far as the discipline is concerned, you see the traditional parenting, there are very strict rules they follow, high obedience, physical punishment was common, and the common phrase is that parents know the best approach, whereas in modern parenting, you see focus on reasoning and consequences, discipline through communication. Child's feelings are considered. For example, in tradition, child punished for poor marks, whereas in modern, child guided to improve the study habits. Parent and child relationship is concerned, the traditional way you see it is hierarchical, parent above the child, limited. Whereas in modern parenting, we see more friendly and open, emotional bonding emphasized. Example, children hesitate to speak openly, whereas in modern parenting, children share their thoughts freely. Role of the children. Traditional parenting, in traditional parenting, children expected to obey and conform to the rules that are set before them. Less choice in decisions. Whereas in modern parenting, children encouraged expressing opinions, choices respected within limits. Education and career choices. Traditional parenting, parents decided education and career, limited options. So when we were young, we used to listen only about you can become teacher, doctor, engineer, etc. But now you see the modern parenting, child's interest and talent prioritized. Wide career options are supported. The use of technology. It's a minimal use or no exposure to technology in traditional parenting, whereas in modern parenting, heavy dependence on digital devices. Parenting includes screen management too. Family structure. In traditional parenting style, we see that joint family system, support from elders and relatives, whereas in modern parenting, it's a nuclear families, parents manage responsibilities alone. As far as the value system is concerned, it's the traditional parenting, strong moral, cultural, and spiritual values, respect for elders emphasized, and in modern parenting, values taught but often diluted by media, focus on individuality and freedom is stressed. Emotional development. In traditional parenting, emotional expression discouraged, strength equated with silence. Strength equated with silence. Modern parenting, emotions acknowledged and discussed, mental health awareness is increased. Parenting style in the traditional and modern parenting. The traditional parenting, mostly authoritarian style of parenting was used, and in modern parenting, mostly authoritative or permissive type. So, in comparison, you see the table in gist. Traditional parenting, modern parenting. As far as the discipline is concerned, strict, fear-based, reason-based. Communication is concerned, one way, two way. Technology, minimal, high. Emotional focus, low, high. Family support, strong, limited. Child's voice, limited and encouraged in modern parenting. So, in conclusion, traditional parenting provided discipline, respect, and strong values, while modern parenting emphasizes emotional health, freedom, and individuality. The best approach is a balanced parenting style, combining traditional values with modern understanding. So, now the challenges of modern parenting and the remedies. Parenting in today's world is very different from what it was a few decades ago. While children today have more opportunities and exposure, parents face new and complex challenges. Let us reflect on the major challenges of modern parenting and the practical remedies to address them. Excessive screen time is the challenge for the parents. Children spend excessive time on mobile phones, video games, social medias, which affect their concentration, health, sleep, and behavior. What could be the remedies? Fix clear limits for screen usage, encourage outdoor activities, reading, creative hobbies. Parents should lead by example with controlled screen use, monitor online content and digital behavior. Lack of quality time with parents. Due to busy schedule, children often feel emotionally disconnected from parents. Spend daily quality time, even if it is short, eat meals together whenever possible, and listen patiently to children without judgment, engage in meaningful conversation. Weak discipline and boundaries. Many parents hesitate to discipline children, fearing emotional harm. What could be the remedy for this is that set clear rules and be consistent on consequences, balance love with firmness, explain why rules are important. Discipline should correct, not punish. Academic pressure and competition. High expectations and constant comparison causes stress and anxiety in children. Focus on effort and improvement, not only marks, encourage individual talents and interests, avoid comparing children with others, support learning rather than facing results. In this regard, parents should avoid comparing the children with others, but they can, in reference to so and so, can be talked about with the children who are not doing well in academics. Emotional and mental health issues. The challenge is children today face anxiety, low self esteem, and emotional stress. So, what can we do? Create a safe space for children to express feelings and appreciate their efforts, small achievements, teach coping skills and resilience, seek professional help when necessary. Peer pressure and social influence, media influence. Children are negatively being influenced by their peers, unrealistic social media standards and trends. The remedy could be teach values like respect, self worth, and responsibility, guide children to think critically, encourage open discussions about peer influence, strengthen moral decision making skills. Overprotective parenting. Excessive protecting limits independence and confidence of a child. Therefore, allow children to make age appropriate decisions. This is what important. The children also should not take your parents for granted or hijack them and keep demanding. It is the age appropriate decision. Parents will need to cooperate. It means that parents, when they say, when you're young, to give you something, they can say no. So that's where the children also should know that as per your age, you also cooperate with your parents to make the decisions. So let them learn from mistakes, encourage responsibility at home and school. Decline in moral and ethical values. You see there, the challenge is materialism and instant gratification weaken the character building. Instant gratification. I want this, by all means, I want this. Remedies teach values through daily behavior, encourage gratitude, honesty, discipline, and empathy, promote respect for elders and teachers. Build a strong value based foundation at home. So, in conclusion, modern parenting is challenging, but it is also an opportunity. Children do not need perfect parents, they need loving, consistent, involved, and value driven parents. When home and school work together, we can raise confident, disciplined, and emotionally strong and responsible individuals. So, parenting strength and risks and challenges across generations. So this is very, very important. So my dear students, you are sitting here, you may wonder what it is only a parenting style, what does it matter for me? It is not one way, it is two way. If the school is involved, it is the triangle relationship. So you need to pay attention to this. Look at this, a generation called baby boomers. Children who are born between 46 to 64, 1946 to 1964. I escaped from this. So the following ones are Generation X, Generation Y, Generation Z, and Generation Alpha. You see the characteristics of baby boomer: strong discipline and structure, clear moral values and traditions, respect for elders and authority, emphasis on hard work and perseverance, emotionally distant at times, limited communication with children, fear-based obedience, less space for questioning or expression is characterized in this generation. Gen X, Generation X, I belong to this generation. So children born between 1965 to 1980, this is characterized thus encouraged independence, practical, realistic parenting, balance between freedom and control, resilient and adaptable, emotional needs, sometimes overlooked, manage on your own. It's like a fish out of the water. So you have to struggle for life, attitude. So less supervision due to work pressures. This is millennials, born between 1981 to 1996. It characterizes the emotionally involved and supportive, strong focus on educational skills, open communication with children, more awareness of child psychology, over-parenting or helicopter parenting, difficulty enforcing discipline, overprotection from failure, screen dependency at home. Most of your parents belong to this generation. So that comes a Gen Z, Generation Z, children born between 1997 to 2012, they are emotionally expressive, socially aware and inclusive, quick learners with technology, confident in sharing opinions, low frustration tolerance, short attention span, digital addictions risks, needs constant stimulation, validation. So this is the generation you belong to. So another generation is that you see the generation Alpha, children 2013 onwards. So thank you. So at the end, what I want to say is, my dear children, why you are made to sit here and listen all these things. The topic is about parenting style and Gen Zs versus millennials. So you have come to fight now. Okay? Remember, it's not one way, it is always two ways. You and your parent, parent and you. If you know this, if you understand, then life will be more smoother. So with this, I conclude my, it's a bird's eye view. We can discuss each topic if you take, we can discuss for your hours and things like that. But I hope you got a clarity of, what is this all about. Okay, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Father. I request you to be on the dais. And I cannot dare to say thank you, bro. I cannot dare. So thank you, Father. You must be thinking, why is Tripti ma'am stuck on this word bro? I'll tell you why. For us millennials, the bro word came as a short form of brother. And so we thought it's short form of brother. And once I heard a child saying bro to a girl. And I was like, hello, what is it? Why bro? She's a girl. He could have sister. But bro, I had to go and Google, what is this bro thing? And then I realized the bro word has become universal, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of even you have crush. I've seen a few people, crush ko bhi bro bol rahe hain. I don't know why. So yes, I am stuck with this word. And so I said, I cannot dare to say thanks bro to father. But yes, Julie ma'am is my bro. And I can say thank you, bro. So moving ahead with this topic, I think with the slides that you have seen and the way Father explained, each of you can very well identify kind of parents you have. And with further interaction, you'll understand how to navigate through situations so that it becomes easy for your parents who are millennials and for you as well. So without wasting further time, now I request our panelist, Dr. Shubha Sharma. Ma'am, could we please request you to be on the dais, and Mr. Sunil Narnolia ji. Dr. Shubha Sharma has been an educationist and an administrator, a passionate learner with 25 years of teaching experience and admin experience. She has worked as a principal in various PG colleges across the state Rajasthan and in Delhi as well. We have Mr. Sunil Narnolia ji. I think all of you are very much familiar with him. For past 4 days, we have seen him in this campus. So he is a journalist, a life coach, director, musician, and lyricist. He's the editor-in-chief of Credent TV, director of Ishanvi Music. He's also the founder and managing director of Jaipur Education Summit and founder director of Dear Sahitrakar, managing director of All India Exopia Exam. So dear panelists, we welcome you, and our very own, the third speaker or the panelist, our very own Father Principal. He does not need any introduction. You all know who is he, how is he working with us. Let's give a huge round of applause for all our three panelists. And yes, I had said that you have to behave well. Thank you so much. But I need responses. इतना भी चुप नहीं रहना कि responses ही नहीं आए. Okay. So, a quick questions to all the students. How many of you think your parents understand the current pressure of school? Or do they compare it too much to when they were kids? Please raise your hand. How many of you think that parents understand the school pressure? Please be open, be honest. Okay. Thank you. You can put your hands down. How many of you appreciate that your parents are connected with you online via Instagram, Snapchat, Telegram? How many of you appreciate? Be very honest, because I know most of you do not appreciate. That's your privacy. Some of you definitely appreciate. Thank you so much. How many of you feel that parents are cringe on social media? Yes, come on. Don't worry. I'll ask the cameraman not to show you when you're raising your hands. Yes, come on. You feel your parents are cringe on social media. Thank you. So with this data, ma'am, my first question to you. Ma'am, most of the teachers, we all are millennials. And we grew up with early internet, where we had to go to the cyber cafe, even to send a mail. We did not have smartphones. We did not have even internet easily. How does that change how to monitor our Gen Z or Gen Alpha child's safety?
First of all, respected all, Sunil ji, father, principal, and moderator. Greetings from the divine word. Why divinity? I always be thankful to God and feeling gratitude towards God and my parents to giving such opportunity and part of this event. Thank you, Sunil ji. आपके लिए कोई वर्ड नहीं है मेरे पास. सारे वर्ड्स खत्म हो चुके हैं. आप साहित्यकार हैं तो नया वर्ड ढूंढ सकते हैं अपने लिए. आप जिस तरह से इतने दिनों से ये एजुकेशन सबमिट करते आए हैं, वो मैं लगातार मेहनत आपकी देख रही हूँ, आपकी और आपकी टीम की. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल many congratulations to all of you, and kids, those who are present here and listening with huge discipline, जो मैं ये भी देख रही हूँ कि सारे बच्चे सुन रहे हैं. Your question is very genuine and very precise. जब हम आज की बात करते हैं तो there are a huge difference between the generations. अलग अलग generations हैं और हमें उसको balance करना है. I always feel this generation is very intelligent rather than us. They always taught many things in a very practical manner. So first of all, a huge applause and many clappings for this generation. Because in this generation, so I learned a lot. जहाँ हम सेफ्टी की बात करते हैं, मुझे लगता है कि जितना इस जनरेशन से हम बात करें, because time spent करना is very important for the parents. I find only solution with this generation that yes, you should listen them and you should spend the time, quality time. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम पूरे दिन बैठे हैं, पूरे दिन वॉच कर रहे हैं, और जो थोड़ा सा हम बच्चों से बात करें तो बजाय उनकी जासूसी करने के हम उन्हें सिक्योरिटी पॉइंट्स दें. And definitely they will search through the internet, and right now the chat GTP is a very good friend for them, and we need to train them कि यूज कैसे करना है, क्या पूछना है और क्या हमसे समझना है. So this is the balancing between the parents and the kids, and specifically only one thing: listen properly. Listen them. वो क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं आप बस उन्हें सुन लीजिए. डिस्कशन वो आपसे करेंगे, बट आप उनको समझना शुरू करिए. एक हाथ वो देंगे और एक हाथ हमें भी देना होगा उनसे कुछ सीखने के लिए. Thank you very much.
Definitely, ma'am, I agree. Rather, it's a day-to-day experience for the teachers as well. Our generation is the smartest generation. The moment teacher gets stuck with the interactive panel, I think all of them are the saviors. They are the ones who help the teachers to understand, and they are very much, I would say, I might not be able to say that they are very much into technology and they teach us at times. Sir Narnolia, my question to you. As father had shown the slide, one of the slides, kids, Gen Z, they are very expressive. They share their opinions also very clearly. But also we have seen at times जब लाइफ में फेलियर्स मिलते हैं, failures in terms of maybe not scoring really well, failures in terms of heartbreaks, failures in terms of friendship, उसने मेरे से friendship तोड़ दी, उसने मेरे से क्यों नहीं बात करी. How do you prepare your child for such inevitable disappointments?
सबसे पहले तो मैं रेस्पेक्टेड फादर संगीत राज साहब बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा. आज जब सुबह उठा था, जिस तरह से बारिश हो रही थी, मुझे उम्मीद नहीं थी कि आज जयपुर एजुकेशन समिति को सत्र होंगे. तो आपके इस भरोसे के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. और दूसरा, प्राप्ति के लिए मैं कहना चाहूँगा, मुझे लगा था आज ऐसा होगा नहीं. मैंने पूछा इससे कि स्कूल में बात करो, बच्चे तो आएंगे क्या, लेकिन मैंने बच्चों को देख के बहुत खुश हूँ कि आए सुनने के लिए. एक बार बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी को.
Yes, a round of applause for our students who are here with us.
अब बात आती है समझाने की.
So मेरा क्वेश्चन था, ऐसे इनएविटेबल इस तरह के जो इनएविटेबल डिसअपॉइंटमेंट्स हैं, दिस इज अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ लाइफ. स्कोर भी कभी कम होगा, हार्ट ब्रेक्स भी होंगे, फ्रेंडशिप्स भी टूटेंगी. इस तरह के डिसअपॉइंटमेंट्स को कैसे हैंडल किया जाए?
ये डिसअपॉइंटमेंट तब आते हैं जब हम इनको माइलस्टोन बना के लाइफ में सेट कर देते हैं. ये होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. मैं अपने बच्चे के साथ जो पेरेंटिंग कर रहा हूँ, इसी स्कूल में पढ़ती भी है वो, तो उसको कोई माइलस्टोन नहीं दे रखा है. वो जो कर रही है मैं उसके साथ खड़ा हूँ. एज ए पेरेंट होने के लिए मेरी जिम्मेदारी ये है कि वो जो करे उसके ऊपर भरोसा जताऊं. जहां वो हिलने की कोशिश कर रही है मैं उसे सहारा दूं. किसी ने कहा है कि मुश्किलों को समझने का वसीला निकल आता, तुम बात तो करते रास्ता निकल आता. तो मैं बात करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं कि वो सोचती कैसे है. मैं उसे आकार देने की कोशिश बिल्कुल नहीं कर रहा कि बेटा ऐसे शेप लो, तुम्हें थर्ड में फर्स्ट आना है, फिफ्थ में ये करना है, आईआईटी करना है, ये करना नहीं. मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि तुम सोच क्या सकती हो. क्योंकि मेरे दिमाग में यही बात है कि अगर मैंने उसे अपनी ओपिनियन दे दी कि तुम्हें ये करना है और उसने उसका लोड ले लिया अपने दिमाग के ऊपर कि मुझे ये करना है, तो बड़ी मुश्किल हो जाएगी. तो मैं कोशिश यही कर रहा हूं कि उसे आधार दे सकूं कि वो जब भी कभी थके हारे तो मुझसे बात कर सके, कैसे भी मुश्किल हो. चाहे वो लव अफेयर की बात हो, बेटी है मेरे, तो भी मैं ओपनली कह रहा हूं कि अगर ऐसी जिंदगी में बात आएगी, जाहिर सी बात आएगी, तो उस वक्त वो कह सके पापा ये बात है, और उसको इतना भरोसा हो कि कुछ भी हो पापा उसके साथ में पीछे खड़े ही खड़े हैं हर स्थिति में. ऐसा नहीं. तो ये जो रेस्ट्रिक्शंस है ना, कहीं ना कहीं अभी जो बात कर रही थी, पहली बात तो मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मुझे लग नहीं रहा था कि फादर ने जिस तरह से इतनी शानदार प्रेजेंटेशन दी, मुझे नहीं लगा था मेरे लिए कोई सवाल बचेगा. लेकिन आपकी जो एंकर की इतनी जबरदस्त मेहनत है कि फिर भी मेरे लिए सवाल बचा लिया. तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मुझे लगा ही नहीं था बिल्कुल. तो मैं उसे भरोसा दूंगा, उसे आकार देने की कोशिश नहीं करूंगा. पेरेंटिंग की जो सबसे बड़ी मुसीबत जो मुझे लगती है ना, वो यही है कि हम आकार देने की कोशिश कर रहे होते हैं कि ऐसी शेप लो, ऐसा बनो, ये करो, ऐसा हो, ऐसा हो. हमें जिंदगी के नफे नुकसान समझाने चाहिए कि हमने ऐसा किया तो ऐसा हुआ, दुनिया बदल गई है, जरूरी नहीं वैसा हो. जब हम हुए तब सर्दी थी, आज तुम्हारे हालात में गर्मी हो गई है, तो तुम्हें निर्णय गर्मी के हिसाब से लेने होंगे, लेकिन मैं तुम्हारे साथ में हूं. तो ये जब भरोसा मन में आ जाता है ना, तो आदमी बिखरता नहीं. आदमी बिखरता तब है जब उसे भरोसा नहीं होता. भरोसा ही भगवान है. और जब भरोसा भीतर बैठा हुआ है ना, तो आप डरेंगे नहीं. तो बस मैं यही कोशिश कर रहा हूँ उसको भरोसा जता सकूं, उसको विश्वास जता सकूं कि मैं तेरे साथ हूं. तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि जिंदगी में कोई परेशानी आएगी तो वो टूटेगी, क्योंकि उसे भरोसा होगा हमेशा कि एक हाथ है थामने के लिए जो उसे डूबने नहीं देगा. और हर एक पेरेंट से मैं यही गुजारिश करूंगा कि वो अपने बच्चों पे भरोसा जताएं.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. काफी इंसाइटफुल आपका थॉट है. फादर, माय क्वेश्चन टू यू. Now that the chair you hold is a big responsibility, and every day you get hundreds of cases to you. And as you had shown in one of the slides, Gen Z students are known for being very direct. They do not hesitate to express their opinion. So my question to you is, do you find it easier or harder to talk to these children compared to how you spoke to your own parents?
I belong to Generation X. Yes, my dear students, I do come across all these 4 types of parents in my office, and the children also. But when they come to me, if I deal with the children, I look at them in their eyes and question and cross question. But finally, the child, if he or she accepts the mistake, then I feel a kind of relief, and I use the word yar. You remember in the beginning, madam used mummy yar, करेला बना दिया. So my अरे यार तुमने मेरे को दुख दे दिया. I think the seniors know who dealt with me and who I confronted them and the parents and things like that. whenever I deal with the parents and the children, I do not have that mindset of judging. I do not have the mindset of judging. In fact, I will do the inquiry impartially and then come to a conclusion. Yes, it is the behavior of the child that we are reprimanding to, but not the person himself or herself. So if we have that understanding of valuing a human as a human, then dealing with certain problems of this, because I belong to Gen X generation, and you have Y, Z, and Alpha. So I'm growing, with all these another 3 generation children also. So therefore, it's constantly a challenge and kind of real challenge to introspect myself as to how to deal with these young ones. And therefore, as a spiritual man, I adopt myself that yes, when I question something, I question the behavior of the child and not the very existence of the child, he or she is. The human beings has to be respected. We condemn the behavior, but we accept the person as he or she is. And therefore, I even tell the parents also the same. So with this approach, I usually, uh, come across the students and then behavior problem and things like that. But it's not easy, but we need to really give a time and listen to them. Listening is very important. Listening from their perspective and understanding, we need to put ourselves into the foot of the young generation. Then only we can know what they feel about and things like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father. Yes, as you said, understanding their POV. Come on, you people can clap for me. I have learned so many words of yours. How much of homework did I have to do? So, understanding their perspective is really important. And once we understand the perspective, we can definitely help them to navigate through the situation. Also, all of you can thank me later. I have helped you get the clue how to save yourself once you are in Father's office. Okay, now my question to all my audience students. How important is therapy speak for you? Do your parents talk about boundaries, safe space, or your mental health? Anybody, you can raise your hand and we'll hand over the mic to you. How important is the therapy speak to you? आप लोगों को जब भी किसी भी तरह के का बाउंड्रीज की बात करनी हो, सेफ स्पेस की बात करनी हो, या मेंटल हेल्थ कुछ डिलेमा चल रहा है, डू यू रियली थिंक कि ये इस तरीके के बातें पेरेंट्स के साथ में थेरेपी टॉक्स होनी चाहिए? कम ऑन स्टूडेंट्स, it seems no. I saw somebody nodding. Yes, please be honest. It could be yes, it could be no. Would you please like to answer? And if yes, how? If no, why? Can we please hand over the mic to this girl? Could you please raise your hand? Yes, I saw you nodding. Yes, 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 you. Why do you think that therapy speak is not important? We can't talk to our parents about all these things.
Ma'am, because they maybe not understand us.
Have you ever tried talking to them?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I think, ma'am, here also, at times our children feel that parents would be judgmental. At times they feel parents हैं, ये नहीं समझेंगे. Who do you think they rely on more? Who do you think when they have a problem, वो किस के पास सबसे पहले अप्रोच कर सकते हैं या करते हैं?
Thank you. What is your good name, beta?
Pratha.
Pratha.
Say it again on the mic.
Pratha, in which class?
Not Pratha. Yes.
Ma'am, Pragna.
Pratna. Pratna, in which class?
Ma'am, 9th.
Okay. See, the question is very, very important and relevant for all of us, that parents will not understand. And again, the term or word belief is coming as Sunilji speaks. Belief is very important, right? एंड इन दैट सेंस अगर ऐसे कोई भी भावना या कोई भी बात आपके मन में आती है, फर्स्ट बी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योर थिंग्स, योर थिंकिंग ऑल्सो, दिस इज राइट और रॉन्ग. यहां तक हमको नहीं समझ आ रहा, देन इमीडिएटली यू शुड आस्क योर टीचर्स. इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Talk to your teachers, talk to your counselors, and at last, if there is no limit, talk to your principal directly. If you give the permission, Father. If you give the permission, that is the limitations. But yes, if emergency happens, तो मत रुको, मत सोचो. यहां पर भी अगर लगता है कि mentors are not listening, try to speak your parents. Make a paper, take a paper, write your problems. एक बार, दो बार, तीन बार जब आप लिखोगे, उसको रिवर्स करोगे और फिर अपने माइंड में वो थॉट डेवलप करोगे कि मुझे क्या बोलना है. जहां पर लगता है कि कोई लिमिटेशंस हैं, वो नहीं सुनेंगे. आई एम नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट. मैं तो हमेशा ऐसे करते आई कि कोई चीज समझ ना आए तो इमीडिएटली टेक अ डायरी एंड पेन, राइट इट. कोई ना कोई रास्ता जरूर मिलेगा. आज मां सरस्वती जी का दिन है, एंड व्हेन यू यूज योर ब्रेन विथ इंटेलेक्ट एंड give it in the writing, तो रास्ता जरूर निकलता है. क्योंकि आप जब एग्जाम्स देते हैं तो आज भी राइटिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? वहां से रास्ता निकालिए. बट अगर कोई इमरजेंसी है तो मत रोकिए, बात करिए. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बच्चा. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, that's important, as ma'am said. At times, you feel parents are judgmental, but trust us, parents से better आपका भला चाहने वाला भी कोई नहीं होता. और parents के बाद आते हैं teachers and school. That's your second home. So as ma'am said, trust your teachers, trust your parents, and come what may, talk to them.
जी तृप्ति जी, एक लाइन मैं भी कहना चाहूंगा. बेटा, अभी आप 9th क्लास में हो और आपको लगता है कि आपके पापा आपकी बात नहीं सुनेंगे, पेरेंट्स नहीं सुनेंगे, पापा मम्मी. जब आप 2nd में थे तब भी आपको यही लगता था? तो 2nd में नहीं लगता था, 9th में लगता है. ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आप बड़े हो इन 7 साल में, तो 7 साल में वो भी तो मैच्योर हुए होंगे ना. तो आपको ये सोचना कि सिर्फ आप ही मैच्योर हो रहे हो, वो मैच्योर नहीं हो रहे हैं, नहीं लगता कि बस रीथिंक करने की जरूरत है. तो ये जो भरोसा है ना, तब टूटता है जब आप अपने आप को तो सुपर समझने लग जाते हो कि मैं तो एडवांस हो गया हूं, मैं तो बहुत लेटेस्ट हूं. तो पेरेंट्स से एक बार बात करके देखो कि अगर आप 7 साल बड़े हो ना, पिछले 2nd से 9th तक आते आते, तो वो भी 7 साल बड़े हुए हैं, उन्हें भी पता है. और हमेशा ध्यान रखना, पेरेंट्स कभी किसी बात के लिए रोकते नहीं हैं, बस वो अपने बच्चों का बुरा होता हुआ नहीं देखना चाहते. तो बच्चों को भी ये भरोसा रखना होगा कि माँ बाप सिर्फ बुरा होता हुआ नहीं देखना चाहते. अगर मैं इसका अच्छा पहलू दिखा दूं तो मान जाएंगे. तो आप 7 साल मैच्योर हुए हो तो वो भी 7 साल मैच्योर हुए हैं, है ना. सभी से मेरी गुजारिश रहेगी, इस तरह का जो जनरेशन गैप हम जानबूझकर बनाते हैं, जनरेशन गैप जैसी कोई चीज थी ही नहीं कभी.
Wonderfully said, sir. I think we have a student. Do you want to ask a question?
No, ma'am, I wanted to express my views about therapy talks.
Very good. Please.
So, therapy talks are important only when we, the students, are the ones who initiate the talk. Otherwise, it seems like a lesson that we are hearing from our parents.
Yes, that's an insight. The moment parents start talking to you, फिर से lecture. Yes? अरे खुल के हंस लो यार, यही तो होता है ना? फिर से एक दिन का लेक्चर, आधे घंटे का लेक्चर. Okay, we have another student.
I also think we should tell our parents about like the therapy talks because they have faced it before us, so they know more about like situations happening at school.
Wonderful. And I have a question based on this, what she has said. As she said, our parents have had a lot of experiences. They are what, between 40 to 50, maybe 50 to 53. Do you really think that their experiences are really helpful to you people in positive way, or let's say to avoid mistakes? If there is anybody who would want to, yes, could we please pass on the mic to the child?
Good morning, everyone. I want to share that as experience is important for all humans. I also value the experience of parents in many perspectives and decisions, as they keep us away from many wrong influences and decision making. That's the reason behind it, that they have a lot of experience about it. And honestly, it's helped me to analyze better and make the decision more better, that and have that feeling of trust that they can support me.
Wonderfully. Thank you. What's your name?
Netik.
Netik. Thank you, Netik. Yes, we have another child.
I would like to share my point of view on therapy talks.
Please go ahead.
Honestly, ma'am, if I say so myself, then a lot of us may think quite often, since our insecurities may grow bigger, my parents personally, will always go ahead and ask, is something wrong? If there is something wrong, you can always tell me. But deep down, I actually feel very guilty that since they have so much on their shoulders, they're already carrying so much, doing so much for me. I mean, it's not bad to share what you are thinking deep down, but there is also a feeling of a hint of guilt that is seen within myself if I look at myself in the mirror once.
No, but say, I guess that's the part and parcel of parenting. Once they are parents, they have to do it. And believe me, they love helping you. Isn't it, our dear panelist? All the parents love helping you. You just talk to them and everything will be sorted. But thank you for valuable insight. Now, I move on to the next question. My question to you, ma'am. These days, we are all aware of OTT platforms, and all of us watch lots of series, movies, and we see that these days there is no, I would say, prohibition or restriction on the crude, or rather, I would say, abusive language, and we are all exposed to that language. What do you think, and what would you like to suggest to the kids how to handle this, and how to refrain from getting in to use the same language? Because the more we watch something like this, we hear something repetitively, and we, by default, we start using the same language.
Very good question. See, there are lots of opportunities in front of us to see such type of serials and going on these platforms. But what is our choice? That depends on us. बहुत कुछ मिलेगा इस संसार में जब हम आए हैं. वो गलत भी होगा, बुरा भी होगा, अच्छा भी होगा. हमें एक्सपेरिमेंट भी करने होंगे. चूज क्या करना है, सेलेक्ट क्या करना है, दैट डिपेंड ऑन अस as well as our parents and parenting. Because I think so, मीडिया वहाँ ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है जहाँ पर पेरेंटिंग थोड़ी कमज़ोर हो रही है। अगर पेरेंट्स जिस लैंग्वेज को यूज़ कर रहे हैं घर में, ऑफ कोर्स चिल्ड्रन भी वही यूज़ ज़्यादा करेंगे, क्योंकि इतना मुझे लगता नहीं आज के बच्चों के पास इतना ज़्यादा टाइम है जो ये जनरेशन बैठी हुई है कि फुल ट्रू टोटल मीडिया पे डिपेंड रहें, क्योंकि होमवर्क भी है, स्कूल भी आना है, जाके ट्यूशन भी करना है, एंड वट एवर द थिंग्स आर अदर एक्टिविटीज़ में भी वो इन्वॉल्व है। फिर भी व्हेन यू सी सच टाइप ऑफ सीरियल्स, उसके एंड और कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस को देखिए कि उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या हो रहा है, नंबर वन। नंबर टू, कुछ बुक्स अपनी आइडल जरूर बनाइए जिसमें से आप चूज कर सकें उस लैंग्वेज को जो बहुत ही अच्छी थी, एक्यूरेट थी। ये पता कैसे चलेगा कि कौन सी बुक्स अच्छी हैं? डेफिनेटली आपके टीचर्स, मेंटर्स यहाँ सपोर्ट करने के लिए होंगे और बहुत बड़ी रिच लाइब्रेरी होगी। I expect this infrastructure because when I entered first time, I feel cherished, very peaceful, and thank you Father and your team कि एक अलग सा वातावरण जो शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में हम फील करते हैं जब हम किसी स्कूल में या किसी एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट में एंटर करते हैं, तो वो ऑरा मुझे यहाँ फील हुआ, वो वाइब्स पीस की। तो वहाँ पर बहुत अच्छी लर्निंग हो सकती है when you go to the library, when you select the books, take help of your mentors, take help of your teachers। एक किताब कम से कम नहीं तो 2 months में पढ़नी है, ये नियम बना लें। एक पेज पढ़ें लेकिन पढ़ें जरूर, उससे ये जो इफेक्ट आ रहा है उस इफेक्ट को हम समझ पाएंगे। बिकॉज वॉट इज योर चॉइस, दिस इज कंप्लीटली डिपेंड ऑन यू गाइस। आप पर ही डिपेंड करती है। जैसे मैडम ने अभी बोला ब्रो वर्ड, सो आई हर्ड इट फर्स्ट टाइम एट माई होम, ब्रो। सो यहाँ पर हम भी आपके साथ डेली ट्रेनिंग ले रहे हैं, मुझे भी ऐसा ही लगता है। तो चूज करिए, आप बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हैं, आपको पता है कि क्या सिलेक्शंस करने हैं, बिकॉज आपका दोस्त चैट जीटीपी अभी ज़्यादा हो रहा है। तो हम लैंग्वेज को जब यूज़ करते हैं तो बुक्स का इफेक्ट हमारे ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा पड़ता है। तो अगर हम रेगुलर एक प्रैक्टिस बनाएंगे, एटलीस्ट टेक द फ्यू मंथ्स टाइम, मेक योर टाइम मैनेजमेंट। एक किताब तो पढ़नी है, भले ही साल में एक किताब पढ़े हम। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I think this applies to every situation, not just the screen, what you are looking at, or anything else. But life is all about choices. And it depends on us whether we make the right choice and the wrong choices. And that will define your life. So thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful answer. Father, this question is to you. What, according to you, is better? Being a friend like parent or being an authoritative and very strict parent?
Yes, it's a very good question. In my opinion, children and parents are not friends, but they can be friendly, and a parent can be being like a friend like parent. Yes. If you have seen the PPT presentation, authoritative type parents, authoritarian type of style, permissive type and neglectful style. See, I would go little beyond out of this topic. My dear students who are teaching here, who are sitting here, you are of class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Have you seen a child, 1 day old child? How many of you seen a 1 day old child? Very good. 5 days, 10 days, 6 months, 1 year. Suppose you look at the child who is just born and 1 day old, What do you see? By looking at a child who is just a day old, what do you see? It's nothing but a bundle of flesh, shaped in a beautiful, cute boy or a girl. And it's where your parents decided for you. When you are young, your parents decide for you. And now the danger is here. You, the teenagers, prompted by the technology and the peer pressure and the social media, you start questioning the very parenting style itself. Of course, we don't deny the different style of parenting because parents may not be aware, and the background with which they come also matters how their style has been. But however, you start questioning the parents. Why? It is not that it's your fault. It is the way you are in that process of you growing as a human. Just like you passed out class 5 and stepped into class 6, you have grown little bit of intellectual. So also we learn this. So therefore the teenagers, which is a very dangerous stage of life, the teenage is, the year between the childhood and the adulthood, and very particularly within the teenage duration, you go through all these things. If we tell you, will you not understand? You do understand, isn't it? You understand, isn't it? So therefore, just like you expect your parents to understand you, you also make an effort to put yourself into the foot of the parents and see how they make rule for you or what kind of guidance they give you. Human beings is a social animal and continues to grow. It is not the finished product that we are. We learn as we grow. We may be intelligent, but we are not into the wisdom. So, my dear children, I expect you to analyze, just like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. You may blindly say it is 4. Is there anyone who can question that how it is 4? Why not it be 5? It is the science that makes you to be more curious and ask questions. So you also need to know that, yes, I am growing from 1 year to second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, 15, 16, 17. And in the process of we growing, we come across this type of, feeling that it is not really the parents neglect you, but the feeling that, yes, they are neglecting you. That the false notion of, neglecting parent or hating the parent or, disliking the parent should be, abolished. Therefore, it is not just the one way that the parents are responsible for you, but you too are responsible to be a child of the parent. So we need to grow into that. Our expectation of our parents, you belong to one generation and they belong to another generation, their mind set up, their background, the which they grow up, and how fast you are coming. Yes, it's a struggle, it's a challenge. So, therefore, I request all of you to think in a manner that parents who are guiding you, who are telling you, do this and do not do this, you need to be this way and not to be that way. It is not that they hate you, but they love you. That's to that. You will realize as you grow. Once you pass out the school education, you go to the college level, then CAS, then yes. Many students come and reflect with me also. फादर मैंने गलती की स्कूल छोड़ करके, मैंने इस प्रकार गलती की, नाउ आई रियलाइज. सो अलाउ द टाइम टू टीच यू.
Thank you, Father. Wonderfully explained. I wish we could have asked more questions, but because of time constraint, my quick and last question to you, sir. What do you think is more important, a child's mental health or the attendance record, full attendance?
मुझे लगता है ये तो एक लाइन का जवाब है कि मेंटल हेल्थ. बच्चा अगर मेंटल हेल्थ सही रहेगी तो यहाँ नहीं तो कहीं और मकाम बना लेगा. यही तो कोई आखिरी मकाम नहीं है. मुझे अपने बच्चे के काबिल तो भरोसा होना चाहिए, मकाम पर नहीं. मकाम तो बढ़ेगा तो खुद ब खुद बनते जाएंगे. मंजिलें तो कदमों में होती हैं. हम वो नहीं जो तलाशते फिरे मंजिलें. हमें वो बनाना है कि हम जहाँ चलेंगे, जहाँ कदम रखेंगे, वहाँ मंजिल बन जाएगी. तो मैं तो इसी बात पे ध्यान दूंगा, मेंटल हेल्थ पे ध्यान दिया जाए.
Wonderfully said, and that's for all your parents. Ma'am, my question to you. Again, I would ask you, what should be the non-negotiables? As parents, we all know, yes, we give liberty to our students, our kids. कहीं पे हम लिबरल हो जाते हैं, कहीं पे हमें वाकई स्ट्रिक्ट होना पड़ता है. आपके हिसाब से ऐसी क्या चीज़ें हैं जो नॉन नेगोशिएबल हैं? एंड आई थिंक जब आप बताएंगे तो बच्चों को भी लगेगा कि हमारे पेरेंट्स भी ऐसे कहते हैं, तो कहीं तो सही होगा. व्हाट आर दोज नॉन नेगोशिएबल्स?
And if we talk about the negotiation, of course, we cannot compromise about our security and values in which we are staying. जो फैमिली वैल्यूज हैं वो नहीं होती निगोशिएबल. और आपकी सिक्योरिटी, जैसा कि अभी फादर ने भी बोला कि पेरेंट्स से ज़्यादा आपके लिए दुनिया में कोई भी नहीं सोचेगा. सो योर सिक्योरिटी इज़ वेरी वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट. इफ़ दे आर आस्किंग अबाउट योर फ्रेंड्स, your schools, your education, so definitely they want your security, not for now, for future also. वो चाहते हैं कि आप फिनेंशियली सिक्योर्ड हो जाएं, आगे जाके इंडिपेंडेंट बने, अच्छे इंसान बने. कोई भी पेरेंट ऐसा नहीं चाहेगा कि उसका बच्चा आगे फ्यूचर में प्रोग्रेस ना कर पाए, वो फील्ड कोई भी हो. So one thing which is very important, my small kids, don't be compromised with your security and belongingness. It's very very important. जहाँ पर आप रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे, आपको रिस्पेक्ट मिलेगी. दैट इज वेरी वेरी श्योर. जो आप देंगे, डेस्टिनी वही आपको रिवाइज करके देगी. जिसको आप जिस टर्म में समझेंगे वैसे ही आपको वापस मिलेगा. सो बिलीव ऑन देम, दे आर रियली लव्ड वंस. एंड जिन्होंने आपको जन्म देने के समय ही इतना सबको सहन किया है, वो मदर, वो फादर, जो आपके सिक्योरिटी के लिए, आपके बिलोंगिंगनेस के लिए, आपको एजुकेशन, अच्छी एजुकेशन देने के लिए इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, डेफिनेटली believe on them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And that reminds me that we also have to remember about our cyber security. That's very much a threat to all of us.
तृप्ति जी, मुझे एक शेर याद आ गया.
Sure, sir.
शेर कहने की बड़ी इच्छा रहती है. अभी जो तृप्ति मैम ने सवाल पूछा ना मेंटल हेल्थ को लेके, एक शेर है कि हम वो नहीं जो करते फिरे मंजिल तलाश, हम चल पड़े तो कदमों में मंजिल मचल पड़े. वो हौसला, वो भरोसा भीतर रखिएगा. बाकी अटेंडेंस रिकॉर्ड आप बनाएंगे, अटेंडेंस रिकॉर्ड आपको नहीं बनाएंगे.
Wonderfully said, sir. Thank you. Father, to conclude this session, what message would you like to give to our parents, to our students, and to our teachers.
Yes, my dear students, you see that we are living in a time where three generations are growing under one tree. Yet often we speak of three different emotional and digital languages. If you have followed the PPT, so you will understand. But many of the challenges we face at home, in classrooms, and in the society are not because parents don't care about it, but because we see our children growing in a world how they are brought up in a situation very different from the one that shaped your parents. So that point you have to keep in mind. Coming to the students, every generation grows up in a different world. Our parents grew up with fewer facilities but strong discipline. Many parents today grew up with the shift of books to screens, and students today are growing up in a world where information, entertainment, communications are available instantly. This difference is important to understand you because many conflicts at home and school happen not because of bad intentions, but because of different experiences. To our parents, most of you belong to millennial generation. You love your children deeply and want to give them the best education, opportunities, and comfort. But sometimes, out of love, we may protect children too much or hesitate to say no. The risk is that the children may struggle to face challenges on their own in the future. Love must be balanced with limits because boundaries help children feel safe and confident. To our students, you belong mainly to Gen Z and Gen Alpha. You are smart, creative, confident with technology, but growing up today is not easy. You face academic pressure, comparison, and constant comparison, especially through social media. Many students feel stressed, anxious, and afraid of failure. Some feel that marks, appearance, or online likes decide their worth. Remember this clearly. Your value is not decided by marks and screens. You matter simply because you are as you are. So the technology is a wonderful tool, but when it comes to our time, sleep, our emotions, it becomes a risk. Too much screen time can affect your concentration, patience, and real life friendships. Across both the parents and students, there is a common challenge: lack of meaningful connection. Parents are busy, students are distracted, and families live together but don't always talk deeply. What children need most is not expensive things, but time, attention, and understanding. What parents need is not perfect children, but honest communication and trust is expected from of you, my dear children, by the parents. So, what we can do as a school community, parents, listen more, guide patiently, set clear boundaries with love. Students, talk openly, guidance, and learn to manage time, emotions, and technology. And to teachers, continue to support not just the academic growth, but emotional and development. Therefore, when school, home, and students work together, children grow stronger. In conclusion, every generation faces risks, but every generation also carries hope. If we listen more than lecture, guide more than control, connect more than compare, then we will not raise a lost generation, but a strong, grounded, compassionate one. May God bless us all. Let us continue to face the challenges together as one tree.
Can we hear it louder? What an incredible concluding message by Father Principal. So with this, I, Tripti Premi, along with all our esteemed panelists, signing off for today, and we hope that your parents would also watch this video, understand the perspective of yours, understand how they have to really work along with you, and we are able to at least help you in building or bridging a gap between you and your parents. Thank you so much for being the wonderful audience. And I really am grateful to all of you. You actually were, Father, if I may say on your behalf, our audience has been really disciplined, really responsive. So a loud clap for all our audience.